Good morning. I'm Jerry Stearns. I'm a California lawyer representing folks in aviation matters, and I've been doing these cases for a number of years. And I wanted to talk briefly this morning about the Turkish Airlines Amsterdam crash and some of the important questions that have arisen. We've been asked by some Turkish lawyers and also had some inquiries from potential clients if we could give them some advice and answer some questions, and indeed have been invited to come to Turkey for some meetings. First, a bit of quick background. Everybody knows about the Amsterdam crash, of course, and perhaps many have read some of the findings. Due to some excellent work with the Dutch investigators, they have come to the conclusion, and I just was noting a recent incident from Qantas Airlines, which is an Australian flyer, had exactly the same problem that occurred to their system. Basically, what we believe happened here is that the what's called an autopilot, which is a device that reduces the crew workload, and is supposed to keep the plane level and on a certain course, relies on information that's fed into it from other systems. And what happened here is that the altimeter on the left side, or the pilot side, fed some erroneous information into the autopilot regarding altitude. The autopilot reacted to that, shut the engines down, and the plane stalled. And I want to explain what I'm talking about, stall. An airplane flies simply because as it moves through the air passes over and under the wing at a certain speed, and the difference in pressure, of all things, air pressure between above and below, causes the aircraft to be lifted up. That's how you get lift. Now, anything that destroys that airflow, proper airflow, is going to impede lift and cause the airplane now to come down. And what happens here is the autopilot senses the erroneous signal. It slows the engines down. The plane slows down. The air does not move at the speed that it should, and the airplane will now falter. It thinks it's just ready to land on the airport. It's not. It's at 2,000 feet higher than that. And by the time the crew reacted to this, through miraculous effort, were able to keep the plane level, and it hit a mud field flat, which was much better course than spiraling in. Now, the issue here is, in our view, the failure of the Boeing autopilot system to have what is called a backup. That is, if one altimeter malfunctions, it should not cause a situation where the airplane does what this did. There should be a cross-check. The two altimeters aren't working right. There should be a warning of some kind. None of that existed. This problem has been around for a long time with Boeing machines. We did a very similar case 15 years ago with a similar system. So that's kind of the technical background. The Qantas incident, clear out on the other side of the world, is very important because it demonstrates it is not a problem that is just Turkish Airlines. So we are looking into these cases. We may be able to provide assistance as to what can be done with the claims against the Boeing company in the United States. We are working with Turkish lawyers in Turkey because we're not qualified, of course, to give advice on Turkish law, and don't mean to do that. But we will be in Istanbul on this coming Saturday, May 2 p.m. at the Istanbul Hilton for a general meeting of anybody who is interested, who has any questions. We invite you to come and participate and listen. No obligation, no charge for coming. We think it might be useful and beneficial, and we look forward to seeing some of you, or many of you, and we hope that we can be of some help. Thanks very much.